Om Shri Sai Ram. Humble prostrations at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Master, Bhagavan Shri Satya Sai Baba. Gita Vahini, Chapter 20. Krishna is the impartial witness. God is present in all, is all. Krishna gives Arjuna a vision of God. Arjuna asks whether worship of the form or formless is more pleasing to God. Summary. Some doubts arose in Arjuna's mind. He asked, Krishna, you say that you do not make any distinction, that you have neither friend nor foe. Why then are some happy and others unhappy, some strong in body and mind, and others weak and sickly, some poor and others rich? What is the reason behind all this? Krishna replied, I am the same in all, but all are not the same in me. If people stay afar and complain that they don't receive the warmth and that they have to suffer darkness, can you ascribe it to the partiality of fire? If you seek to earn it, you have to approach it and stay there. All have equal chance, opportunity, and authority to experience me and derive bliss from me. Distinctions and differences arise as a result of the faults of the spiritual aspirants. God knows and reacts to the inner feeling, not to appearance. He can never go wrong, nor can he be deceived. The world considers only the outward appearance. It is guided by only that. The Lord has commanded, keep your mind steadily on me. Be devoted sincerely to me. Prostrate before me, offering all your thoughts, words, and deeds to me. Love me steadfastly. Manmana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. With these words, he has indicated that what he desires most in you are a pure mind and untarnished love. You have to attain godness to get godhood. Arjuna asked, which among these various forms am I to meditate upon? Krishna replied, I am the inner Atma in the lotus heart of each and every being. So, if you believe and direct your life on the basis of the belief that the inner Atma in every being is my highest Atma, Paramatma, that is enough meditation for you. I am the past, the present, and the future. I am the three regions and the three characteristics or gunas that have shaped people and nature. There is no object that is not I, no name that is not mine. Arjuna asked, won't you give me the sacred chance to fulfill my life's desire to experience you as all this creation, as the form of creation itself, Vishwarupa? I plead with you, I pray at your feet. Knowing the anguish of his heart, Krishna granted him the supernatural eye and manifested himself before him as creation and more. He can be seen only by the eye of wisdom, an eye that can be won only by his grace. Hence, worship of God is an essential part of spiritual discipline. While experiencing the vision of God in the universe and God as the universe, Arjuna was shedding tears of joy. This incident is a fine example to illustrate how God is bound by the sincerity of devotion and how he bends to console and encourage his devotees. This is achieved only by devotees whose devotion does not admit the least distraction. Arjuna asked, are you pleased with the contemplation of you with form, Sakara Upasana, or you without form, Nirakara Upasana? Krishna said, I do not make any distinction between the two. I am pleased however I am worshipped, provided the mind is saturated with me and there is steady faith in every act, word, and thought. If they still have awareness of gender, caste, or stage of life, with all the attendant pride, humility, etc., it only reveals that they have not surrendered their minds to God. For those who have rid themselves of attachment to the body, there will not be the distraction of caste, status, etc. Codes of moral conduct prescribed for those in the 4 stages of life, that is, student, householder, recluse, monk, do not hinder in any way the discipline of fixing the mind on God or of purifying the mind of evil or worshipping the Lord through all one's actions, words, and thoughts. The distinctions of gender or caste or status or stage of life affect only those who live in the awareness of the body as reality and who act as if the world is absolute and eternal. Key takeaways from this chapter. First, people have different perceptions of God or even the very existence of God due to the distance that they have created in their own minds and bodies from the reality. When excessive individualism, intellectualism, sense obsessions, and ego dominate, the internal distance from an all-embracing, all-pervasive reality becomes more heightened, though ever present. Let us therefore strive to reduce these sensory distractions and begin at least step by step to learn and acknowledge the God presence that nourishes and sustains us. Second, Arjuna begged the Lord, and the Lord granted the supernatural vision required to experience him fully. There are at least 2 factors at play here: the intense, one-pointed yearning of the devotee and the compassionate grace of the Lord in response to Arjuna's earnestness and eligibility. It is only when both the matchstick and the matchbox strike can fire ignite. Let us therefore continue to intensely yearn for the Lord, such that He runs towards us in His compassion and bestows the special grace to realize what is intellectually unknowable. Third, gender, intellectual capacity, vocation, stage of life, etc., have no bearing on the fundamental capacity of a human to realize God, provided he has the intense yearning to do so and dedicates all his thoughts and actions to the Lord. So, mired as we are in roles and responsibilities of modern urban life, we can yet realize Him without retreating in isolation to the forest if we let God consume our being no matter what we are doing or required to do. Fourth, the form and the formless aspects are both equally dear to the Lord, and the individual can pick that which appeals to him the most. The form helps focus and one-pointedness develop in us, whereas seeing God in everything and everyone helps build the connectedness with the formless absolute. Seeing all without distinction, be it family, friends, strangers, insects, animals, and even ourselves as part of the same whole without judgment is the key to this. End of chapter 20. Jai Sai Ram.